Buddy, this is the video for both Tuesday and Wednesday, so you don't need to watch this video twice. I will be posting it each of the days, but I wanted to come with you and kind of give you an idea what you're going to be doing for the next couple days before I return on Thursday. So if you would with me, please go to Google Classroom and we'll take a look at what today's lesson is. On Monday, of course, we discussed the Oregon Trail with the guided notes. You guys filled out that information. You also completed the Edmodo assignment with the Oregon Trail exercise, looking at those maps of the trail. Today what you're going to do is kind of a fun lesson. At least a lot of kids in the past have really liked it. You're actually going to be playing a video game. Yes, you're going to be playing a video game in class for the next 2 days without me there, and then on Thursday when I return, you're actually going to be playing the game as an entire group. So I really think you're going to like this and enjoy it. Either that or be horribly frustrated by it, maybe a little bit of both. So go ahead and click on the Going to Oregon online, and let's take a peek here. So the high scores ever on this game, I'm actually not in first place, but my high score ever is 6,303 points. The highest score ever was by a student last year, Caitlin Hardy, who got 6,318 points. So she beat me by 15 points. And for doing that, I actually gave her 5 total extra credit points. So that's the all-time record. If you want to try to set the all-time record, I will give you 5 extra credit points. I'll need to see a screenshot of your score. You can get 3 extra credit points if you beat my score, and 5 if you beat Caitlin's. You don't get to combine those into 8, but if you do beat one of those, you'll either get 3 or 5 extra credit points. So something to strive for, and that really can be done at any point throughout this marking period. Because you know me, I like to have a little competition with what we do. So go ahead and follow along with me. Yes, it's true. I am going to let you play a video game in class all day, really for Tuesday and Wednesday, and I really want to see if you all can beat the high score. By the way, if you beat the high score, that's impressive. Some notes for you. As you venture through this game, I want you to really answer a few of the following questions. We'll get to the game here in a minute, but let's take a look at the questions first. So I want you to really fill these out kind of as you're going through the game. I want you thinking this because you've got a project later on that you're going to do during this unit that's going to have you, really having to answer a lot of these questions and utilize this information. So before beginning, which profession did you choose on the trail? And I'm going to go to the trail game quickly here for you. Lovely ads, of course. Okay, so I think we're finally through the ads. So if we go into the game, which we're just going to wait for it to load, you're going to obviously travel the trail, so you just enter number 1. So these are the options that you have. So going back to that question, the profession that you're going to choose, are you going to be a banker from Boston, a carpenter, or a farmer? Each of these have advantages or disadvantages, so make sure you are choosing wisely there. Before you begin, what do you think will be the most difficult part of the journey? What do you think will be the easiest part? Think back to what you learned through the guided notes on Monday, what you learned through the Oregon Trail exercise that you completed on Edmodo, and I think those things will definitely help you with that question. For number 3, before you begin at the general store, and by the way, I'm just choosing something at random. I'm not telling you that's the best thing to choose. You will get to name your wagon party, and this is what I will be doing with you on Thursday. Alright, so I've got my wagon party, and you'll get to choose when you're going to go. Alright, so I'm just going to, again, just choose a random month. I'm not telling you this is the right one or the wrong one. Just choosing something at random. And then you will be at, as you can see here, the general store. You'll get to choose all sorts of different items that you want to take. Oxen are going to be obviously the animals that you use to pull your wagon. You'll need to choose how much food that you want to take with you, clothing. Obviously, you're going to need warm clothes and such for the people in your party. You're going to need ammunition if you choose to go hunting, and then spare parts. So lots of different things for you to take a look at here on your own and kind of figure out what your game plan is going to be. So as you visit that general store, again, I want you to fill this out. what are the most important things? Now, you don't have to turn this paper into me, but again, fill this out because it's going to be helping you out with a project that you're going to have later on in this unit, actually. And then what items do you feel are the most important? What do you feel are the least important? And just kind of give me a brief explanation why you believe that. Because again, I think it's going to help you with not only the game, but with your project later on. After you finish the game, I got a couple questions for you just to kind of recap and just to kind of really get you looking at your experience and what you discovered. What surprised you about your journey? Was it easier to get out to Oregon, more easy than you actually thought, or was it more difficult? And then after finishing, would you recommend this game to kids your age? Is this something that's fun for class, a game that's fun for any time? Is it just completely lame? Give me your impression of that, please, because I would love to know. Now, here is the graded part of this. You playing this game on your own is not graded. These questions aren't graded, but again, do them to get ready for your activity. But here is where you will be graded. When I get back to class on Thursday, you will be playing this game as an entire class, which means that I will basically have the computer ready to go for you, and you all will, play the game, so to speak. I'll be sitting in the back and keeping my mouth shut and not giving you any hints or suggestions on anything. Basically, what will happen Thursday is I'll start class, I'll get attendance taken, and your class will have 1 hour. I'll be putting this on the big screen so everybody can see how your class is doing, and we'll see how you do. This is a 10-point assignment that you'll be doing on Thursday. If everybody in your group, so all 5 members, make it out to Oregon, you will have passed. However, you will only have the class period to do it. Now, if you sit there and say, Mr. Baseman, that's not possible, it is. In fact, I think I've beaten this game in 15 or 20 minutes if you do it very, very efficiently, which not many people can, but, I'm pretty awesome. But you should be able to finish within the hour. In fact, most groups are able to do so. Therefore, on Tuesday and Wednesday, when I've given you time to do this, make sure that you're really utilizing that time. Any deaths of people in your party are going to be -1. So if one of the 5 people in your party dies, then the best score you could get would be a 9 out of 10. If anyone in your party is without clothing, now I know you're probably going, Mr. B, why would that be possible? Well, if you lose clothing in a fire, or if you lose it on one of the rivers, or if you don't buy enough, you may not have clothes for everybody. And if you don't have 5 sets of clothes for your people, you'll be marked down because, hello, if you move to Oregon and you got somebody who's naked, you're not making a real good impression on your neighbors. That's a problem. So you will get a half point off for any person in your party without clothing. So therefore, if you make it out to Oregon and let's say 4 of your people die and 1 survives and he or she's got clothing, then you get 6 out of 10 and you at least pass. So that will be your activity as a group on Thursday. So be talking amongst yourselves a little bit at the end of the hour on Wednesday and kind of deciding who is going to be the person who will be your wagon leader. By that I mean they'll be sitting up at the front of the class at the podium and kind of directing the class on who's going to be in charge here. You'll need 1 person as well to sit over at the computer and kind of operate it that way, but the entire class will be making these decisions as one group. So therefore, it's going to be crucial for you all to learn the next 2 days as you're playing this game, which that is your activity for Tuesday and Wednesday, is to go ahead and play this game through and experience it and figure out what works and what doesn't, because you're going to need to work together on a lot of the decisions and things that happen along the trail. And if you don't do that successfully, it's going to negatively impact your grades. So, be talking about that again, like I said, at the end of the day, Wednesday, maybe for the last few minutes as a group, and, figure out who's going to be at the front of the room, with the podium, kind of helping to facilitate, who's going to be at the computer, operating that. I've had kids in the past where someone is assigned to be the hunter, and anytime the group has to hunt, that kid does it. So it might be someone who's really, really good with the keys and, with the hunting. And again, you'll see that in the video game as well. So if you have questions about this, by all means, again, you can email DABASOM, DABASOM at central-montcalm.org, and I'm happy to answer those questions for you. Again, I'll be watching you on Classroom Lightspeed as much as I can to make sure I'm holding all of you accountable. hopefully that works out well for you. Hopefully you enjoy the game, but that's what I have for you for both Tuesday and Wednesday. If you finish the game early, if you have any missing work, by all means, turn that into me. If you didn't do the Edmodo assignment from Monday, make sure you get that done. If you didn't do your Jackson essay or anything else that you have for this marking period, if it's missing, please get those turned into me. Shoot me an email. Hey, Mr. B, I got that turned in, so I can get that graded as soon as possible. Again, guys, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm looking forward to seeing you all on Thursday. Stay healthy, stay well, and we'll talk soon in person. Be ready for Thursday.